talk some more liposuction and how to win this 50% off contest that's going on right now. So, get started with the contest real quick. It's a contest. We're looking for an influencer, but not the influencer that you're thinking about, where you don't have to have 50 million followers. No, what I'm really looking for is somebody who is going to influence their close knit circle, your friends and family. And this is going to be easiest for our previous patients, and it's already kind of happening in our private Facebook group, where our previous patients are sharing their stories, sharing their experience, and helping the future generations of people who are getting liposuction. So they're acting their family and help those in need of assistance. Because the truth is, most of the people who end up getting liposuction, they are influenced by somebody, whether it's a friend or a family, or perhaps it was some influencer on social media that they didn't even know was telling them to do something. So this is an opportunity through our Facebook page, our private Facebook page, where you can congregate with our previous patients and when you get together with our previous patients, you can ask them questions. Many of these pictures that you'll see behind us are the pictures from actual patients, and they're sharing their stories. So if you're interested in getting this procedure, it's who else better to speak with than a previous patient of ours. And not only that, there's quite a few of them. There's a lot of them, and I want to get more of them so you have a more diverse opportunity to speak with somebody that you'll connect with, that's someone like you. What's up, Stacy? Stacy is a prime example of what I hope to attract more of. I want people who are positive, people that are happy, people that are looking to change their lives and expand their minds to what is possible for themselves and get out of their rut, get out of their struggles and get past these issues to live their best life now, because you don't have to wait, and it is possible. Okay, let's see what we got on Instagram. Ashley Leanne, let's go. She said, my inbox is always open. She said, I've sent 3 people who struggled with their body, and now they love their self even more than before. And that, my friends, is what this is all about. Because once you have this procedure and you get the results that you've been looking for, and not only that, you've got to take it a step beyond. Once you start changing your lifestyle habits and you improve your life on many fronts, once you figured this out for yourself, it's you have now the ability to help other people. And the big question is what is your response to your ability? So, we all hear the word of responsibility. And so this is what is your response to your ability to help other people. What are you going to do? You have the opportunity now, and I'm presenting this opportunity for those of you who have been given the gift of this liposuction, given the gift of this new life, this new confidence, this new level of being where you are now. It's been gifted to you, and now it's your ability to then gift it to someone else. And I'm setting something up for you to have a clear response to this ability. You have the ability to pay it forward and help those around you. Now, I promise you, with this society now, there are plenty of people that want and need liposuction. They just don't even know it. Many people don't believe this is possible, or they believe that their only option may be a tummy tuck, but that's not true. And you have plenty of examples down to prove it. What's up, Ashley? So what I would like to see is I would like to see people being good, people helping other people, people stepping forward and sharing their experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is, but the real stuff, sharing pictures, showing how your confidence has improved, showing the little benefits, the tiny benefits, like maybe sitting and not having your belly on your lap anymore. Most people don't think about that, but that's a big deal. Maybe the ability to wear a more form-fitting shirt. It's not something that people really think about all the time, but it's a pretty cool thing. You know, maybe the ability to go to maybe a formal event, wear a nightgown or a dress, or I don't know what you guys call them, but something fancy, something form-fitting. You know, the ability to do this is something that I think most women want. And especially if you don't have the ability to do it, it's something that you want. And when you've had this procedure and you figure it out and you have realized it's come to you as to how to achieve these type of things, it's your inherent ability now to share it with others, pay it forward, and help your friends, help your family, help your loved ones, the people that you really care about. Because I promise you, just like you were struggling with those insecurities, with hiding, with covering up everything, just as you have been and were, it's time for you to show those who you know are hiding, who you know are struggling, who you know are insecure with themselves and would benefit from liposuction, who would benefit from having that belly gone, who would benefit from being healthier. You know, if you know that you can help somebody and you don't, what does that mean about you? You know, what does that say about you amongst your family or amongst your friends? If you know how to help your family and friends, but you don't say anything, what does that mean about you? What does it say about you, about your integrity, about your personality? See, I'm looking to build people who are willing to help others, and together we can all rise and advance. See, Blanquita here, she's, you know, she had multiple procedures and she's pushed herself to these limits where, you know, she used to be overweight and wearing these, you know, drapey, cover-up type clothes that didn't show her figure. And she decided that she wanted to get this hourglass, pronounced hourglass figure. So we did liposuction. She got great results. However, she took one step further and started doing these waist trainers to really cinch down that waist, and it trains the waist into that form, into that shape. And this is just, you know, you don't have to do it, but it's something that's possible. It's something that you know, when people push the limits, they can show you how it's done. And that's, you know, it's fun to watch this kind of stuff and just be part of it. What's up, LaShonda Strokes? See, I'm a little nervous that you can't help me. I think my skin on my arms will hang too much after lipo. I think that, okay. Well, LaShondra, there's lots of pictures. We have actually some very, very large individuals who have like significant hanging arms. And you can see, if you go to the group, private Facebook group, you can go there and you can see, I think Roxanne Bennett is the individual I'm thinking about. She just recently posted pictures, but the arms are very, very large, and we took out a significant volume of fat. I mean, like 1.5 liters of fat off of each arm. So that's a substantial, not maybe even more, maybe like 2 liters per arm, substantial amount. And the arms shrink up. It's incredible how well they shrink up. And it's the same thing as with the abdomen. It's your skin, it's your capability. And everybody has it. It's not just, you know, the few people that you might see here. Everybody has the ability and capability. This is Roxanne. And you can see how far those arms hang down before. You can see, you know, and one might think it would be easy to believe that, you know, you're just going to have an empty sack of skin, but that's simply not true. And since one might believe that, it would be easy to fall into the trap of you need an arm lift because that's the trap that the plastic surgeons set for you. Because they play on this thought, this idea, and they play on it for you because they make you believe that you're going to have an empty sack of skin, and you wouldn't want that, of course. So you must go get a arm lift, is what they want you to believe, but it's total nonsense, total crap. Don't believe it. Okay? If you want the big scar, that's okay. You should go get it. But if you want to avoid it, which many people do, and there's big reasons why, and just go Google it. But the arm lifts suck. Just like tummy tucks, you're going to get a huge scar. It restricts you with the motion. You're not able to move as much because of the scar tissue. Uh, and it's ugly. The scars, particularly on the arm lift, nobody likes the scars. Every person that I've seen with an arm lift has covered it up with a tattoo. And if you're the tattoo person and you want to do that, by all means, again, it's your choice. But know what you're getting into before you get into it. All right. Ashley says, I am now able to wear a two-piece in the pool because of my shape. That's awesome. And of course, yourselves. Yeah. Stacy says, tell LaShondra to message me on Facebook. I will send her pics. Okay, so LaShondra is on YouTube right now. LaShondra, if you want to go on Facebook, Stacy Estelle Pierre says to message her right now, and she'll send you some pictures of herself and help guide you through the process. And again, this is the whole purpose of this 50% off contest, is to get my previous patients, those of you who I've been able to gain your trust and you believe in me, and then I've followed through and shown you the truth and shown you what's possible. It's now your ability to help the people like LaShondra who are questioning, you're concerned, you're anxious, you're nervous, whatever that energy is that you have, is you need to connect with some of our previous patients. And it doesn't have to just be one, it could be multiple. There's quite a few of them on our private Facebook group. So once you get there, you're able to sift through. In fact, the coolest thing with Facebook has actually done a really good job with this, that you can search for search terms. So if you're searching for pictures of the arms, you can search that and it'll pop up with all the different things. If you're searching for a specific individual's post, you search that individual and it shows you all of the posts that they've made. So it shows the entire progress. So each of these pictures, you'll see the progress photos. Maybe they've taken every couple months, they've taken different pictures, and you can follow their journey. It's super fun, and it's rewarding when you're the one that's able to help these individuals to see the light, and realize what is possible for themselves. And not only that, take it one step further and get over their fears and take the leap. And then once they take the leap, they are able to appreciate and realize the gains and the changes and the amazing results that are possible with this procedure. So in order to win this contest, you have to connect with people. You just have to be a good human and connect with people and help people, answer questions, communicate. And you can do this on our private Facebook group. You can go to the other groups and help those people. Those people are all struggling too. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling and that they're looking for answers and they don't have the answers. So simply communicating, answering questions, and then when the people are interested, private message them and send them to My Shape Lipo. And look, here's how we're going to choose the winner. We're going to ask each patient, who influenced you the most to get this procedure? Who helped you to make this decision? Who answered the most questions for you? Who was the most influential? And that'll be their vote. Each patient, actual patients at My Shape Lipo, will vote, and they'll tell us who influenced them, who helped them the most, who guided them through this path, who answered the most questions for them, and that'll be a vote. Throughout the month, we're going to tally up the votes. At the end of the month, we're going to announce a single winner, maybe two. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm looking for people to get out of your comfort zone, because I know when you're this person beforehand, you're like thinking, there's no way I'm going to post pictures. No way I'm going to do this publicly because I'm embarrassed. I have insecurity. And that's why it's so powerful, is because when you're able to step out of your comfort zone and do things that you thought were impossible, that is inspiring. That is motivating, because I promise you, that person before, they were just like you. They're probably telling themselves, there's no way I'll post pictures. I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. And it's because of their insecurities. It's because of their fears. And once you're able to get over those things, then you got to pass that energy on to other people. Because if you hold on to it, it's gonna eat you up. It's not going to work right. And I'll tell you why. Just because you know this information doesn't mean it's easy to follow. Doesn't mean it's able to that you're able to get up every day and show up to the gym, show up to, you know, making sure you're drinking plenty of water, show up when it's time to make a decision to, you know, what you're going to eat that day. All these things at that moment you have to make the decision. At that moment, at the now, right now, at that moment when you have to make that decision, that's the important moment. And when you start sharing this knowledge, sharing this experience, sharing your joy and happiness with other people, they now hold you accountable, because now to them you're the hero. And so now in your mind, you realize that you're the hero to them. So now you have something to live up to. And they expect you to do the things that you say. And when they expect you to do the things that you say, it holds you accountable, and it makes it easier for you to push past your own struggles. And that's what's the real magic is happening here, is when you help other people, you're actually helping yourself more than you're helping them. That it's really interesting how this works. It's the giving and taking cycle, giving and receiving. Okay, you don't control what you receive, but you control what you give. And the more you give, the more it comes back to you, and the more you end up receiving. So this is an opportunity for you to do good deeds, to pay it forward, to share, to help, to be the good person that you want to be. This is the opportunity to help other people to be better themselves. And I promise you, it's rewarding, it's fulfilling, it's amazing. It's amazing, and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna love connecting, because this is where we're creating a family, people that you know we know, because we see the follows, that we're following each other, we're seeing the advancement, and it's fun. You know, new patients that come in, they know these individuals, they know them by name, and it's like we all know each other. We're all a group. We're all a family. We speak about each other in first person. You know, people like Rebecca, like Stacy, uh, you know, they're always there. Like Ashley, they're always there. And so you just need, you know, once you start seeing them, you got to become them and use these individuals as examples. You should show up. Stacy shows up every day. She's saying something nice, something positive. She's in there. She's communicating. She's you know, answering questions. She's private messaging people. You know, I know that she's going to other groups and she's communicating and helping in those groups as well. Then turning around and driving and you know, directing traffic back to MyShape Lipo, because the truth is, and you're going to find this out, and I'm sure many of you already know this, is when you go look at other you know, doctors' sites or groups, you'll see that the results that they're getting are far inferior. They're far inferior, and more importantly, they don't help people like this. Most of the people that you'll see in my pictures, they've been turned away, told their BMI is too high, told that they need to lose 50 to 100 pounds, told that they need to go get their weight loss surgery or whatever the case. And these people have been rejected and turned away from, you know, whatever help they were seeking. And I'm just here to say that there's hope and there's options. So now, when you want to sign up for this contest, on Facebook, I put the link up there, so you can sign up there. It's on our website as well. You can sign up on our website, myshapelipo.com. I pinned the link for the contest on Instagram, and it's also pinned on YouTube. So signing up for the contest is quick, it's easy. If you don't sign up, I'm not going to be paying attention. You know, you may be influencing people, pointing them in our direction, but I'm not going to be paying attention if I don't know who you are and I don't know that you're engaged in this contest. So, you know, until we start getting a bunch of people saying that you're the one influencing them, and if you're not involved in the contest, but you're the one influencing people, it's going to be a disappointing loss, unfortunately. So make sure that you sign up for the contest, so we know to be paying attention to you, and we know to watch for you. And you know, obviously, you know, being more active on these lives, you know, we see you, we see what you're doing, and this is also an opportunity for you to connect with some of the new people. The new people have the ability to, you know, private message and communicate. Let's see, Lynette Ayala. That was one of my patients today. Okay, Stacy says, so my sister Michelle Dorian challenged the women in your family to go back to work out with Tebow, Billy Blanks. Billy Blanks, that's an old school. What did he do? Okay, was he like kickboxing or something?
I remember his infomercials.
Yeah, he was an infomercial, and I think he was one of the most successful infomercial workout guys. Like he was the beginning of that stuff, I believe. So that's cool. Look, whatever you do, just do. That's it. Do something. And that's whether it's you like yoga. That yoga is my favorite. Whether you're a runner, maybe you're a volleyball player and you like to do that for fun. Maybe you like to play soccer, and there's indoor soccer leagues you can go play in as an adult. Maybe you're into karate or something. Go take karate classes. Just do something. Be active. Get off the couch. Get out of the house. Do something, and you'll be amazed when you start seeing results. It's awesome. But then when you're out, you're connecting with people, and you're doing things, and you're active, and you'll see that it's like when you exert positive energy, it attracts positive energy back to you. So that positive energy will come back through other individuals. It'll come back through other opportunities. But you got to exude this positivity. Brismar says, "How long after gastric sleeve is it okay for me to do it?" It's typically we'd say about 6 months. You got to make sure that the wounds are healed properly. But we're also going to get medical clearance for you. So with gastric sleeve, sometimes it can cause some lab abnormalities. So we're just going to ensure that you're healthy and ready to go. One of the big recommendations is drink more water. I was delighted. I was delighted to hear today. One of my patients told me that they were inspired and motivated by this previous blog that I wrote regarding drinking water. And obviously, I talk about drinking water a lot, but I wrote a blog. It's on our website, just talking about the benefits of drinking water and the consequences of not drinking water. And so, she was inspired and motivated, and she says she's been drinking for a month now. She's been drinking a gallon a day. And that's phenomenal. Now she had her procedure, and she's been doing fantastic because of it. And the results were amazing, and things were a lot easier for her because of her actions that she took. When she prepped herself by ingesting water and increasing the volume of fluids in her body, it prepared her for this procedure where we extracted large volumes of fat, and it kept her body in balance into where she was able to function appropriately after the procedure. When we do these larger volume procedures, this can be a concern. So we encourage you to drink plenty of water, and not only just before the procedure, but after the procedure, because there's so many benefits to water. And if you haven't read my blog, go to the website myshapelipo.com, check it out. I wrote a blog talking about the advantages of drinking water. All right, so YouTube. Miss Cher Bear says, my doctor said I needed an arm lift, but I don't want the scar. Okay. Well, there are other options, Miss Cher Bear. So, check out some of our pictures. Go talk to the group. See if you can communicate directly with some of those girls and get their opinion. Because, look, there is no, let's say, right answer. There's no right answer. It's the answer that's right for you. And whether that is, whatever that is, you have to make the choice, because an arm lift has consequences, but maybe you're okay with those consequences. Maybe that's what you want. Maybe liposuction, maybe this you don't want, the skin may not be tight enough for you, and you want it super tight, and so you want to cut and pull, and so if that's what you want, if that's what your expectations are, then you got to do what's right for you. I'm just offering an alternative. And it may be right for you. You may think it's beneficial for you. You may think it's it's sufficient and will work and you'll like it, or maybe you don't. But that's why you gotta gotta communicate. You gotta talk with people. You gotta figure it out. Don't forget my shape is on Snapchat. You know, I don't even do Snapchat myself. I know we started the channel, and I don't know anything about Snapchat. So I appreciate that, Stacy. We do have a Snapchat channel, and I need to learn more about that, and I would like to help grow that. So anything you can do, any people that would want to share and communicate on that channel, I would be very grateful for that as well. You know, when I see these pictures here, this just reminds me that, you know, we work on a lot of very large individuals, so you might get the idea that, you know, we only do larger individuals, but that's simply not true. We suck fat out of wherever, you know, whoever has fat, that's what we're gonna suck fat at. And you look at, even though she was very lean and thin before, you know, many people would have looked at her and said, oh, she doesn't need anything like this, that's crazy. You know, why would she do something like that to her body and take that risk? Well, she doesn't have the same shape anymore. She's got more of this hourglass figure. And just because she was smaller doesn't mean that she doesn't get a result. She still gets the results. Look at this. Look at her belly was sticking out further than her breast. That's not good. Even though she's not that big, her belly was sticking out further than her breast. That's a proportion that we like to fix. She had a little fold over her belly. We can take care of that. And you can see in the after photos here, the belly's flat and the breasts are sticking out further than the belly. That's like, you know, I don't want to say the little things, but these are the details that I'm focused on. I'm focused on these details and improving the small details to, I'm like, polished, right? I'm beyond this whole just getting results. I'm trying to get polished results. I'm trying to get the best results. I'm trying to get, you know, every little detail I try to think about. Now, it's impossible to get perfection. I know that, but it's not impossible for me to try. I'm going to continue to try. On every patient, I'm going to try. I'm going to get forth the effort in order to get the best possible results. And if I don't get the best possible results, then it's an opportunity for me to learn. So next time I can do better. Look at that. Stacy's jumping on Instagram too. I think Stacy's trying to win this contest. I've had my arms done as well as 360. Okay. Yes, Snapchat, we should get there. Can we go live on Snapchat?
I'm gonna have to do some research.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
I guess we're gonna have to learn how to sing, right?
No, you know, I'm just like, I just, this whole thing with Snapchat, it's owned by China, right?
Yeah.
And I know that they utilize, you know, social media in general. They take all the information and statistics and things, and it's like it's information about our personal lives that they utilize against us as a country. And I personally don't like supporting that, and that's why personally I haven't gotten a page there. But you know, business is business, right? So we gotta do to stay up with the times. I really like this story. This young lady, she had PCOS, which we've had now two recent individuals with PCOS who felt like, and actually I have another patient that's coming up. She informed me she's going to be my third success story with PCOS, but two individuals in particular. This was one of them. She stated that she previously had high blood pressure and was able to get her blood pressure under control to where she only has to take a quarter of the medication that she was taking previously. Big win. But with regards to the PCOS, she stated that she had never had a consistent period and typically would get her period once or twice a year. And she said ever since the day of the procedure, she's gotten her procedure regularly every month. And she said that's never happened for her. Never happened. And so I don't know why liposuction would do that for somebody. Honestly, I have no idea. I do know that it definitely affects hormones, and hormones they're kind of like the signals of our body. They signal things and turn them on and off. So when you remove the substantial amount of fat, it changes the proportion perhaps of the hormones that are released into the system, because these hormones are being released in the system, turning things on and off, which cause you to be overweight, which cause many of the problems that you're experiencing. So when we take the fat away, many of these hormones disappear as well, and many of your problems just magically disappear. Now, there's no studies that'll say that liposuction helps PCOS. And when you go Google it and search it, you're not going to find any information. I promise. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say I promise you, but it's unlikely because people don't talk about this stuff. Nobody's doing studies on liposuction, and the reason why, my opinion, is that insurance companies, if they proved that liposuction benefited health wise and made you healthier, that would get the insurance on the hook to have to pay for it. And that's, I think, what they don't want. And that's why nobody's doing studies on liposuction. And I would love to do studies on liposuction. It's just really expensive. And I'm busy doing this stuff. You know, they say people that can't teach. Well, you know, I'm busy doing liposuction. And studies are very expensive and very time consuming. I've done studies in days and they're very, very time consuming. So maybe we'll figure that out sometime in the future and get that worked out. But yeah, let's see. Now, as you're coming onto this channel, you know, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Okay, let's see. The Hudson family says, hey, I hope y'all can help me. I called earlier today and my weight is way over what y'all approved of. Well, the Hudson family, you know, the BMI that we have on the quick quote is, you know, is the maximum is 44. And the reason when you're beyond 44, we recommend setting up the formal consultation. The reasoning behind that is what I found is first of all, the purpose of the use of BMI with the quick quote is not to restrict or limit, but rather to categorize and to offer better, more consistent safety standards. So, but what I've found is when you go above the BMI range of 44, that the distribution of fat is different. And sometimes you get some really bizarre things and deposits of fat that throw off all of our recommendations for the safety protocol as well as the pricing protocol. So that's why, you know, each one of these individual situations are going to be, you know, looked at differently, and we make a decision based off of our findings and your desires and wants. And our goal is to do, you know, is to make big change, right? This is what we're doing. And you see even these larger individuals, who, you know, people with higher BMI, these weird things start to happen to them, and you know, different distributions in the body. So if you want the pricing, you're looking for pricing, make sure you're going to jump on the website, myshapelipo.com. You're going to get the quick quote. In the quick quote system, really easy, instant quick quote. You're going to enter some basic information, answer a few questions. And it's also gives you the ability to do a lot of your research. I put a lot of frequently asked question videos on there. So answering all your basic questions. And if you still don't have all your questions answered, you should definitely go to the Facebook group, My Shape Lipo support group. But the instant quick quote will allow you to get, just like I said, an instant quote. And once you have that number, then if you're happy with that, you want to move forward and you're serious, the next step is a formal consultation. Every person who has a procedure at My Shape Lipo is required to get a formal consultation. I want to speak to everybody. I want to make sure that we are on the right page, that the expectations are in line with reality, that more so that the mental mindset and the energy that you carry is in line with what we are doing here, because I want people that are going to be good people afterwards and help and share and pay it forward. Once you've had this procedure and you can get these kind of results, it's imperative that you help, because these people don't know. There's lots of other people that are just like you that don't know that this is possible, that think that they have to do a tummy tuck or a gastric sleeve or some drastic surgery to get their life back in order, and that's just not the case. You know, many of these patients are making these huge life transformations in about a year. You know, they get multiple procedures, major life changes as far as your lifestyle, your diet, your exercise routine, your mobility, the amount of water that you're drinking, your health. As you start to elevate and improve all these things, everything is better. Okay. The Hudson family says, I think my BMI is way too high. You know, the irony of that statement is that I suck fat out of people. And so when you say my BMI is too high, you're saying I have too much fat. And how do you have too much fat for a company, an individual like myself, who sucks fat out of people? How is it too much? How is that even possible? It's not. I can suck fat out of anybody, anywhere. It's all about you being healthy enough to have this procedure. That's all that matters. Then it's about choosing and picking the things that are going to be realistic for you and worthwhile. That's what's important, right? So many of these larger individuals, we're starting on the front of the abdomen because most people carry the bulk of their weight there. And once we can get a huge dramatic change there, that usually gets people excited and motivated to press forward and keep moving in the right direction of improvement. And if you continue to improve, it's just a matter of time. You're going to start to eat better. You're going to start to get more active. Maybe you decide, you know, a couple months later, you decide you want to get more liposuction. You want to get more fat suck out. And it just further pushes you down the road and advances you quicker than you could even imagine. You know, to go from this SpongeBob SquarePants look into an hourglass figure, it's like night and day. And when I say night and day, I mean like your personality changes. You're a totally different person. You have to be, because nobody sees you the same. How can they? You're not this insecure, chubby chick anymore. You're this hourglass figure, hot, banging body chick that everybody wants to be around. And all it takes is a little shift of the mind. You know, we can do it physically, but you got to shift the mind. Okay, Carla says, I'll do the research and pay me with the procedure. She says she's an undergrad at UCLA. That's funny. Well, look, Carla, maybe that's the way that you can influence people, is by doing research and showing them, you know, convincing them that this is the right thing. And, you know, if you can influence people that way, then that's fantastic. You can win the contest easily. You know, look, you just got to figure out how to help these people and figure out what they want. Here's the thing is, you already know, because you are them. We're all one. We're connected with the same concerns. We're connected with the same fears and insecurities. We're all connected. You already know this stuff. All you have to do is open up your heart and share with others the same stuff that you know what they need. Just give them what they need to make the right decisions, to help them advance forward in their life. Just give more, and it'll come back. It's just a matter of time. And we're going to do this every month. So if you don't win the first month, maybe it's next month. Maybe it's next month. Every month. 12 people a year. You know, I don't know how many people to expect that are going to get very active, like Stacy, like Rebecca, like Ashley. I don't know how many people are going to get like that. It's certainly not easy, I wouldn't say. It takes time, it takes effort, but it is rewarding. And if it's something that connects with you, then it gives you now an ability to win this contest. And you can be influential with the people in our group. You could be influential with your family, because many times when you're bigger, it's not, you know, like you're the same as the 5 closest people around you. So if you're big, it's most likely the 5 people around you are probably bigger too, because everybody seems to influence everybody. And here's the cool thing is, once you get smaller, once you figure this out, you got to start influencing those around you. That's why that's where the rule came from, right? And this is like a law of nature, that the 5 closest people that you spend time with are going to influence you in every aspect of your life. So you're going to make the same amount of money approximately, because what happens when your friends are making more money, they're like, hey, you should do this. You should invest in this. And they're going to teach you how to make more money. That's why they elevate, right? When you're lean and in shape and your friends are out of shape, you're going to teach them how. You're going to encourage, hey, let's go do this. Let's go walking. Let's go jogging. Let's go play basketball. Let's go do whatever. You encourage them. This is why the 5 closest people you spend time with, they influence you to do everything. So the key to this is how you manipulate the system, manipulate the matrix, they might say, right? If we know that you are influenced by the 5 closest people around you, you need to start eliminating the bad and recruit the good. Eliminate the bad, recruit the good. Get 5 good people, and it's just a matter of time. Magic happens, promise. Every time, guaranteed. It's a law of nature. You eliminate the bad people, recruit 5 good people, and I promise you, within a year, your life will be completely transformed. Promise. Take that to the bank, and come back, and if you a year. If I'm not right, then I'll let you win the contest, because that's how much I believe in this stuff. Okay, what's the guideline in Nevada for the amount of fat that can be taken out? There is no law. There's nothing on the books. Trevor, you said we have to be there for 3 days in a hotel or the recovery home. I'm having trouble separating from my 3-year-old daughter. Now, can I take her with me and stay at a hotel and still be able to take care of her with another adult? Yeah, with another adult, that's absolutely possible. And the recommendations are to come in the day before to check in, get the procedure, and to stay for a minimum of 2 nights. And here's the deal. We say a minimum of 2 nights, but maybe it'd be better to stay longer. I don't know. It's up to you. Everybody's going to be a little bit different. But the first 2 days after the procedure, you're going to be draining a bunch of fluid. So all this fluid that we put in there to get you numb, because we do it under local anesthetic, all this fluid that we put in there will be draining out over the next few days. It's expected, and it's encouraged. We want to encourage as much drainage of fluid as possible. So for 2 days after the procedure, if you're draining all this fluid, you certainly don't want to necessarily be on a flight or in a car driving and all this fluid's making a mess all over the place. So that's why that's the recommendations. But the reality is you can get up and walk around, you can move, you can do things. It's not really stopping. Liposuction is not going to stop most people from doing what they need to do. There's going to be those outliers that are kind of laid up in bed and they're uncomfortable, and they might be lightheaded. Typically the people that aren't well hydrated before the procedure, they might be lightheaded, dizzy, and feel not so good after the procedure. But many of our patients, they do fine. They they come in for their follow-up the day after the procedure, and they're walking and they look great. They're smiling, they're happy, they're feeling good. So yeah, absolutely, I think that's possible. But I'll tell you what, that's probably, Lisa, Joe, that's probably a great question to ask the girls on the group, because there's probably some people that have real life stories and it's probably people that have gone against our recommendations, and maybe had mistakes perhaps. So maybe there's someone that tried to rush out the day of the procedure. We've had people that do that, or the next day after the procedure, and you'll hear their stories. I heard a bunch of them, and that's the reason why I made the rules. But hear the stories, and you got to make up your own mind. Clearly, there are people that can break the rules and get away with it. Clearly, I'm always one. I break every rule in the book, but I'm also okay living with the consequences. When I break the rules, I'm okay failing. That's okay for me. I'm totally okay with that, and I expect it. When I push the limits. I expect to fail many times. So I'm okay with that. But most people aren't. So when you do something like this, if you're going to break these rules, then you got to be ready for the consequences, and don't complain about it. Because you're the one making the choice. And you got to realize this is not necessarily a walk in the park, but it's not the end of the world either. It is possible for you to do a lot of things, and you just got to figure out what's right for you. Love these results here. This is just less than a month after the procedure. She's still very, very swollen, which means that the results are going to continue to get better. Can you still do the surgery if the BMI is high? Yes, that's possible. My mom's friend just had a bypass surgery like a week ago.
The only health problem I have is high blood pressure. I just had blood work done last month and everything came back good. That's fantastic, Hudson family. The blood pressure is actually going to be a problem of the past after you get this procedure. Many people who have had high blood pressure, and there's actually studies on this one, where liposuction reduces the blood pressure. It also decreases your blood sugars and helps them get it better controlled for diabetes. There's studies for that. And it reduces your cholesterol, which helps to decrease your risk factors for heart disease and stroke. All of that's documented in studies. Okay, Miss Bear says, can you do how to prepare for your surgery video? I contacted your office and I'm waiting to hear back. I would like to prepare early. I'm pretty damn sure that I have that video, and it's in written form, it's in audio form. I've done videos on it, I've done lives on it, and the girls are excellent at helping to prepare you. So if you haven't got that information yet, it's just a matter of time. It's coming. We send out emails with the stuff, and if you have questions still, the girls are there for you. And this is all we do. So my staff, this is what we deal with. We deal with the patients that have these type of issues, and this is how we change lives. And we're going to be able to help you, guide you through this process. And since we've done this procedure thousands and thousands of times, we're going to help guide you the right way, and make this as easy as possible for you. The Hudson fan, your stomach's a little smaller than the lady in the picture. I'm assuming this one right here. And look at those results. The Hudson family is going to change. And because you know what? When one of you changes, all of you are going to see the results. And just like Michael Jackson, everybody had to get the nose done because Michael got it done. Your family's going to be like, I need my belly done, or I need my arms done, or what about these chins? These double chins that people hate. It's so easy to get rid of. So easy. Now, I wanted to mention, because I was speaking with someone the other day, and they were talking to me about the other services that we offer to just discuss more about it. Simple stuff. Okay, so like we do Botox. So Botox, also another brand for this is Xeomin. And both of these are neurotoxins that stop wrinkles. So, if you're like me, I'm 45 years old, you're probably developing these wrinkles across the forehead, and crow's feet around the eyes right here, and it probably drives you crazy. Now, let me get closer so you can see. So I recently, just like 2 days ago, I did my Botox, and what it does is, it allows me to, I can still move my eyebrows, you can see, but the wrinkles up here don't form. So it froze this little section in the middle here. It froze this section so that doesn't move, but my eyebrows still move. So it looks natural, and it also, I'd like to get rid of this stuff here. Maybe it's gonna start working a little bit better for me in a couple days. But these are the wrinkles that we can, significantly reduce. And here's the thing with the neurotoxins, the way this works is it paralyzes the muscles, so it inhibits the muscles from moving. And if the muscles don't move, then the skin doesn't fold. And if the skin doesn't fold, the wrinkles never form. If the wrinkles don't form, they'll start to disappear. So you may already have those ingrained lines because the skin's folded so many times. However, with the Botox will stop the movement, stop the formation of the wrinkle, and the wrinkles will start to diminish. And the Botox, it lasts for about 6 months. And I love this Botox. It's awesome. I would I was without it, for the past few months, and didn't, redo mine. And it's way better. I like it way more. When I'm looking at myself, I enjoy it way more because I just don't see these wrinkles, and I feel better about myself. And so this is, little insecurity. So this is something that we offer now, and it's quick and easy. It'll be like an add-on to your procedure. It's now on the quick quote. So if you want to, take care of your wrinkles at the same time we get rid of the fat, it's just an additional $550. Quick and easy, and it lasts for about 6 months. Now, when we say it lasts for 6 months, you got to imagine this. There's a bell curve. So initially you get the injection over here, and then it's going to have the advantages are going to be, there's a peak, let's say maybe about 3 months, and then it's going to slowly start declining, and the effectiveness is going to decrease, and it'll peter out to about 6 months. So I like it honestly when it's, when it's totally frozen. It may look a little bit unnatural. So when you start to get some movement back, it inhibits the wrinkles and you have some movement, so it looks natural. So I kind of like that. But the other benefit of the stuff not being permanent is that if something is done improperly, if we paralyze the wrong muscle, which is this is possible when you do these types of things, if you don't get the results that you want, it goes away in 6 months. So it's not permanent. You're not tying yourself into this. Bad thing is it's not permanent, and you have to continue to do it. So good and bad, right? We got Kat at My Shape, one of our medical assistants. She's amazing. She's here to answer questions as well. Yeah, the Hudson family. She looks great already. I'm super impressed. It's just a month out, and she's still very swollen. It's going to get way better. And this is like, if you're not part of our private Facebook group yet, you should definitely hop on there, because many of these people are sharing their stories. This is another person that's much larger, higher BMI, over 44. And we're getting these types of results fairly consistently. Obviously with any of these type of procedures, we can't guarantee anything because everybody's a little bit different. However, these are consistent results, and I do things consistently, and this is how I have developed my own skills, in that I do things. I'm very regimented about how I do things. You might say OCD. I'm not OCD, but about this particular thing, I'm very regimented and OCD about how I do things. And it's I do everything. I'm very, very particular about what I do. And you see when I work, I'm very structured. I'm very consistent, and you'll know I'm good. It's very obvious. Just on the movements are very choreographed. At what I do is very consistent, and you'll see. And don't believe me, go talk to the people. I know I'm good, but it's way better when someone else says it, right? Then it don't seem cocky. Okay. The baby Dahlia says, okay, I hate my inner thighs. What procedure is best? What's the process? So, baby Dahlia, go check out a quick quote, and you're just going to choose the lower body options. When we treat the inner thighs, I typically will recommend treating all the way down to the knees for the best results, because if you stop right in the middle of the inner thighs, sometimes it looks like it's just scooped out, particularly if you have fullness down at the knees. So the package that I have for that is the inner thighs, outer thighs, and the knees to take care of the whole thigh issue, narrows out the thigh, reduces that, and creates a thigh gap, hopefully, depending on your anatomy. Hopefully reduces the any rubbing that you might have in that area. Those outer thighs, people call them their saddlebags, so we can take care of that. Also, an issue that you might have is that little banana roll. It's the term that we use for this little strip of fat just under your butt on the back part of your thigh. So sometimes on the back part of the thigh, you kind of get this little roll. They call that the banana roll. So again, that's part of the package to take care of the lower body. Now, if you are larger and you have issues with the thigh, then you may fall into the category where we could do full thighs. Full thighs is a circumferential, so it's much more aggressive, takes care of the entire thigh, front of the thigh, middle of the thigh, side of the thigh. The only part that we don't do is a strip on the back over the hamstrings. There's some structures there that we want to avoid. So I'm going to take a moment to reiterate this contest. This is 50% off contest, and we're looking for influencers and not the people that have huge followings, although they will be accepted, obviously.
But I'm looking to really encourage my previous patients to become more influential to those individuals who are seeking their service, seeking their help, seeking their knowledge and experience. I want my previous patients to pay it forward and become good people. Not become. I'm pretty sure you guys already are. I just want to attract those people who have it within their heart to give more. And those people, and I don't need a lot. You know, one a month. That's good. I want to get people that are willing to share and give of themselves in order to help keep themselves accountable. Give more to help those coming up, answer their questions, help them to get over that hump, help and make those decisions. And the individual who is deemed the most influential by the patients, and we're going to have that patients, the actual patients from each month will be voting who is the most influential, and the individual who is voted as the top influencer will be awarded this 50% off of their procedure. Let's say maybe you haven't had a procedure, but maybe you know an influencer, maybe you are an influencer. That's an opportunity as well. Communicate with us. Let us know when you sign up for the contest. There's a checkbox there to let us know that you are an influencer, and you can actually write, give us some information about what you're trying to do, and maybe you have a page that has 100 million followers or something, or maybe Kim Kardashian, and Kim wants to get some fat transferred to her toes or something. Or maybe some other influencer that may want a procedure, and if that's the case, if you can connect us with a large influencer, not only will we hook up the influencer, but we're going to hook you up as well. So maybe one strategy might be going and accosting and connecting with these different influencers and asking them, hey, are you interested? I have this opportunity for you. And if you can find me somebody, then let's make a deal. Let's make this happen. I'm not tied to just one a month. I'm willing to help as many people who are willing to help me. If you're willing to give, I'm willing to give as well. So that's where this giving and receiving thing is, right? I'm giving. I'm going to give this 50% off, and I hope to receive. I hope. I don't know whether I will or not, but I'm going to give, and I'm going to give as much as I can, and I'm going to share as much knowledge as I can, and maybe it's going to come back to me. I believe it will. But that's the law of attraction. We'll see how it works, right? And as I'm doing this stuff publicly, you guys get to learn from it. I'm taking all these techniques that I've learned, and I apply them publicly, like the law of attraction. I'm trying to put out this positive energy, and as I put out this positive energy, it's attracting positive people, and it's working. It's working really, really well. So if you are into this whole, law of attraction, this positive energy, if you're into that stuff, then you actually get to see how this stuff works in practice, and then you can take this knowledge and apply it to your own life. And that's what this is all about. I'm learning this stuff, and I'm passing it forward to you. Now you learn it and you pass it forward to someone else. Let's pay it forward. So to sign up for the contest, on our website, you can sign up for the contest, enter your information. If I don't know that you're trying to win this contest, then you're not going to win. If I don't know to look for you to see that you're trying to be influential, then it's going to be a shame. It's going to be sad if you're influential with the patients, but you never actually sign up for the contest. That'll suck. So don't do that. Just sign up for the contest. It's basic information. Now, when you're ready to get this procedure, the first step you got to do is get your quick quote, so you have an idea of how we do our pricing. I'll give you a pretty accurate quote and give you an idea of the different packages that we offer, so you kind of know what to expect. Now, once you see what the pricing is and you're happy with everything and you're ready to move forward, the next step is your formal consultation. Every single patient at MyShape Lipo is required to have a formal consultation. I want to speak with everybody, make sure that we're on the same page, and I want to make sure that you're bringing the right energy to this, and that you're prepared to move forward with your best foot forward. I have too many of these previous patients that they get this procedure and they're not ready to change their life, and when they don't change their lifestyle, the results are not as good. And when the results aren't as good, it's a poor reflection on yourself as well as me. So I would prefer people that are ready to change their lifestyle, because those people that are, it's a win-win for everybody. You get the best results, you make me look good,
and I get more business, and then we're helping more people. It's like win-win for everybody. But when you go and you get this procedure, we give you the results that you get, then you go back to the old lifestyle, and then within like 2 or 3 years you gain 20, 30, 40 pounds, and you have to come back for the procedure. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I'm not saying I'm not going to help you, but I don't like that. I don't, we don't need, that's not influencing anybody positively. That's showing people that, hey, when you screw up, now you can go back and get it done again. I don't want people to think that. I don't want you to think that you have to get this procedure multiple times. You shouldn't have to get it multiple times. It should be one time, and then if you continue with your lifestyle and change your habits, it should be one time and that's it. And you should continue to improve and get better. Okay, Lynette, she's a patient of today. She says, thank you. I cannot wait to see my final results. Thank you so much. You are my saving grace, ready for this lifestyle change. Woohoo! It was a pleasure, Lynette. We got some incredible changes for you today. I'm super excited to see. We've been taking these pictures while the patients are on the table, these before and afters while they're on the table. And I know one of the patients from earlier this week posted in the group, so you can see the post. And it's freaking unbelievable. Like, I can't even believe this stuff is real. I can't believe it, and I'm the one doing it. Okay, but you have to see this stuff. And once you see it, if you don't share it with your friends and family, you're an asshole. I mean, no offense, but like that's just mean. Like once you know that you can get rid of this belly, like everybody hates that belly. Everybody, nobody likes it. I promise you, nobody likes it. There's not a single person on this planet that says, "Oh yeah, I like to have my belly hanging on my lap. I like this so I'm all sweaty and I get rashes and infections." Nobody says that. Nobody likes that. I promise you. So once you know how to get rid of it, you're a jerk if you're not helping people. Like, what does that say about you? Like, once you know how the solution to solve the problem, you're like, I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm not going to tell anybody. No, that's not fair. Help everyone. Help them out. Why? Why not? It's their, they can make the choice. Just give them the opportunity. Show them what's possible. When you show them what's possible, it's their choice. And then it's on them. People that don't want to be helped, you can't help them. And no matter what, don't push. Don't push. If the people don't want to be helped, don't help them. Because it's no fun helping people that don't want to be helped. They're only complaining, like, get away from me. And all you're trying to do is like, I just want to help. I just want to help. Stop. Don't chase them. Don't chase. Never chase. If the people want your help, let them know that you have the knowledge, you have the experience, and you have the information for them. If they want it, they'll come get it. Promise you. You just need to let them know. And especially when you've had the procedure, just show them the results. Just show them. Show them your before and after. Carry it in your phone. Show them. It's proof. So we're going to wrap this up right now. Real quick, to enter the contest, you're going to go to website, myshapelipo.com. On Facebook, it's up in the post. On Instagram, it's pinned there, and on YouTube, it's pinned there as well. Go to the website though. You got all the links there for the quick quote, so you can get your pricing. You got the link to sign up for the contest, for the 50% contest. And you also, when you're ready to do your formal consultation and get the show on the road, make some serious life changes, the formal consultation is there as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope I provided some valuable information, and I hope to see some more of you influencers signed up so we can get the show rolling here and help some more people. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next time.